NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has just sent back images that are shaking the scientific community to its core. Pictures of cosmic structures so vast, so precisely organized, that astronomers are struggling to explain what they're seeing. Galaxies arranged in layers, celestial hierarchies, a universe that appears to have distinct levels, each more magnificent than the last. But what if I told you that this cosmic architecture was already mapped out thousands of years ago? Not by scientists with billion-dollar telescopes, but by a man who walked with God before the flood. A man named Enoch. Yes, long before NASA, before Einstein, before we even knew what a galaxy was, the Book of Enoch described a universe of 7 distinct heavens, each with its own purpose, its own inhabitants, and its own level of divine glory. And now, NASA's latest discoveries are inadvertently proving what ancient scripture has declared all along. This isn't speculation. This isn't wishful thinking. This is the convergence of cutting-edge science with ancient revelation. Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will forever change how you see the night sky, the spiritual realm, and your place in God's cosmic masterpiece. This is the secret of the 7 heavens, and NASA just proved the unthinkable. Let's begin. To understand what's happening in our observatories today, we need to go back to the very beginning, before the flood, before Abraham, before Moses received the 10 Commandments. We need to meet a man who experienced something no human before or since has ever witnessed. Genesis 5 verse 24 tells us something extraordinary. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Now pause right there. Enoch didn't die. He didn't grow old and pass away like every other patriarch. He walked so closely with God that he was translated directly into the heavenly realm. But before his translation, Enoch was given visions that would span eternity itself. The Book of Enoch, discovered among the Dead Sea Scrolls and quoted in the New Testament by Jude, records these visions in stunning detail. And what Enoch saw wasn't a single heaven. It was 7 distinct levels of celestial reality, each more glorious than the last. Enoch 17, 1 and 2 describes his journey. And they took and brought me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire. And when they wished, they appeared as men. And they brought me to the place of darkness, and to a mountain whose summit reaches to heaven. This detail matters because patterns in the Bible are never accidental. When Enoch describes 7 heavens, when Paul speaks of being caught up to the 3rd heaven in 2 Corinthians 12:2, when John in Revelation sees the throne room of God, these aren't random visions. They're glimpses into the actual structure of reality itself. But here's what's shocking. Modern astronomy is now discovering that the universe does indeed have hierarchical structures that mirror exactly what Enoch described millennia ago. Let's journey through each of the 7 heavens as Enoch recorded them, and watch how modern science is confirming each level. The first heaven, the atmospheric realm. Enoch 18 verses 1 and 2 describes the first heaven as the realm of clouds, winds, and weather patterns. This corresponds to what we call the troposphere and stratosphere, the atmospheric layers surrounding Earth. NASA's satellite imagery has revealed the intricate complexity of atmospheric rivers, jet streams, and weather systems that form a protective canopy around our planet, exactly as Enoch described. The second heaven, the celestial sphere. The second heaven, according to Enoch, contains the stars, planets, and celestial bodies in their courses. Enoch 21, 3-6 speaks of the place where heaven and earth are joined, and describes the movements of celestial bodies with mathematical precision. Today, NASA's Kepler mission and James Webb Telescope confirm that planetary systems follow precise orbital mechanics, what Enoch called the laws of the luminaries. The third heaven, the garden paradise. This is the heaven Paul mentions in 2 Corinthians 12 verses 2-4, where he heard inexpressible words which it is not lawful for a man to utter. Enoch describes this as a paradise with the tree of life, a place of incredible beauty and divine presence. Think about this. NASA's search for habitable exoplanets has focused on finding worlds with the exact conditions Enoch described: perfect temperature, flowing water, and abundant life. The fourth heaven, the course of luminaries. Here's where it gets incredible. Enoch 72 verses 1 describes beings who control the movements of the sun, moon, and stars according to divine laws. Today, NASA has discovered that galaxies don't move randomly through space. They follow what scientists call dark matter highways and cosmic web structures. What ancient peoples saw as angels directing celestial movements, we now understand as gravitational forces following precise cosmic laws. The fifth heaven, the Watcher's prison. Enoch 21 verses 7 through 10 describes a place where fallen angels are bound until judgment. Modern astronomy has discovered what they call dark regions in space, areas where light cannot escape, where normal physical laws seem suspended. Could these mysterious cosmic phenomena be the very prisons Enoch witnessed? The sixth heaven, the Council of Angels. This heaven contains the archives of divine decrees and the council chambers where angels receive their assignments. Enoch speaks of witnessing cosmic governance and divine planning. NASA's discovery of quantum entanglement and information transfer across vast distances set in heaven, and one sat on a throne. Before the throne there was a sea of glass, like crystal. Here's what's shocking. NASA's infrared telescopes have detected what they call the cosmic microwave background, a uniform energy field that permeates all of space. Some scientists describe it as the universe's information field, or cosmic consciousness. Could this be the very sea of glass that John and Enoch both witnessed? Let that sink in. Ancient prophets described a 7-layered cosmic structure, and modern science is discovering that the universe indeed has hierarchical levels, from atmospheric layers to galactic superclusters, each following distinct physical laws. So let's examine how NASA's latest discoveries are confirming Enoch's ancient visions in ways that are absolutely stunning. The cosmic web structure. In 2020, NASA released images showing that galaxies aren't scattered randomly through space. Instead, they form a vast web-like structure with distinct levels and boundaries. Galaxy clusters are connected by cosmic filaments, creating what looks exactly like Enoch's description of heavenly hierarchies, with clear divisions between each level. Could this be coincidence? Enoch 41:3-8 describes seeing the paths of the angels and the roads in heaven connecting different celestial realms. NASA now calls these same structures dark matter highways and cosmic superhighways. The observable universe boundary. Here's what may shock you most. Modern astronomy has discovered that the observable universe has a definite boundary, about 46.5 billion light-years in radius. Beyond this cosmic horizon, light has not had time to reach us since the Big Bang. In other words, there's a clear division between what we can observe and what lies beyond. Enoch 33:1-4 describes reaching the ends of the earth where the heaven rests and seeing a boundary where the heavens and earth are joined. NASA's cosmic microwave background mapping has revealed exactly such a boundary, a cosmic wall, where our observable universe meets the unknown, 7 distinct cosmic layers. Think about this for a moment. Modern cosmology has identified 7 major structural levels in the universe: planetary systems, stellar neighborhoods, galactic regions, galaxy groups, galaxy clusters, superclusters, the cosmic web itself. This matches precisely with Enoch's 7 heavens, each with its own inhabitants and laws. The Hubble tension. NASA scientists are currently grappling with what they call the Hubble tension, the discovery that the universe is expanding at different rates in different regions. as if there are distinct zones with different physical laws. Enoch 69, 20-25, describes how each heaven operates under different divine decrees and natural laws. Are these the same phenomena? Is modern science rediscovering what Enoch witnessed firsthand? Gravitational wave detection. In 2015, NASA's LIGO detected gravitational waves for the first ripples in the fabric of space-time itself. Enoch 60:11-22 describes hearing the voices of heaven and sounds that shake all creation, emanating from the divine throne. Could gravitational waves be the very sounds of heaven that Enoch heard? The James Webb Revelations. But here's the most recent and shocking discovery. The James Webb Space Telescope has been capturing images of what NASA calls impossible structures. Galaxies that appear too organized, too mature for their supposed age. These cosmic formations show clear hierarchical organization and seem to follow a predetermined pattern. Enoch 14:18-22 describes seeing the heavenly realm as built of crystals, with walls like a tessellated floor made of crystals. NASA's infrared images now show cosmic structures that appear crystalline, geometric, and impossibly organized. Could it be that NASA's telescopes are actually peering into the spiritual dimensions that Enoch described? Are we witnessing the intersection of the physical and spiritual realms? Isaiah 55:11 declares, "So shall my word be that goes forth from my mouth. It shall not return to me void, but it shall accomplish what I please." God's word, spoken through Enoch thousands of years ago, is now being confirmed by our most advanced scientific instruments. This is not coincidence. This is divine revelation being validated by human discovery. But here's the most shocking part of all. Enoch didn't just describe the structure of the heavens. He revealed why this knowledge matters for our time, for the end of days, for what's coming next. Enoch 1:3-4 declares, "The Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth. And all shall be afraid, and the watchers shall quake." Think about this. As NASA's telescopes peer deeper into space, they're not just discovering cosmic structure. They're potentially witnessing the very realm from which Christ will return. Revelation 19:11 tells us, "Now I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. And he who sat on him was called Faithful and True." When heaven opens, when the King of Kings returns, he's not coming from some ethereal dimension. He's coming through the very cosmic structure that Enoch mapped, and NASA is now discovering. The opening of the heavens. Enoch 71:5-8 describes a moment when the heaven of heavens was opened, and divine beings descended to earth. Could the increasing clarity of our cosmic observations be preparing us for this very event? As our technology advances, as we see deeper into space, are we actually witnessing the approach of divine intervention? Matthew 24:29-30 warns, "Immediately after the tribulation of those days the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars warns about the return of the watchers, the fallen angels who corrupted humanity before the flood. These beings were imprisoned in the dark regions of the heavens, but Enoch prophesies their release in the last days. Today, NASA's search for extraterrestrial intelligence, our obsession with UFO phenomena, and the government's recent disclosure of unidentified aerial phenomena, could these be signs that the spiritual realm is once again intersecting with our physical dimension? Jude 1:14-15 quotes Enoch directly. "Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000s of his saints, to execute judgment on all." The same cosmic highways that NASA observes, the same dimensional boundaries that Enoch described, will become the pathways for divine judgment and ultimate redemption, the final convergence. What Enoch foresaw. what NASA is discovering, and what prophecy declares are converging into one magnificent truth. The heavens are not empty space. They are the layered dwelling places of spiritual beings, the organized structure of divine government, and the staging ground for Earth's final chapter. We are not alone in a random universe. We are part of a 7-level cosmic hierarchy where every star, every galaxy, every cosmic structure serves the purposes of the eternal God. And as NASA's instruments grow more powerful, as our view of the cosmos becomes clearer, we may be witnessing the final preparations for the greatest revelation of all, the return of the King who created and governs every level of the 7 heavens. So what does this mean for you? What does this mean for us living in this moment when ancient prophecy and modern science are converging like never before? First, it means you are not an accident. You are not a random collection of atoms in a purposeless universe. You are a created being, placed in the first heaven, this atmospheric realm, with direct access to the God who governs all 7 levels of cosmic reality. Psalm 8:3-4 declares, "When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have ordained, what is man that you are mindful of him? God is mindful of you because you are part of his cosmic plan. Every breath you take connects you to the atmospheric heaven. Every prayer you pray reaches through all 7 levels to his throne." Second, it means we are living in prophetic times. The fact that NASA is confirming ancient biblical visions is not coincidence. It's divine timing. We are the generation that gets to witness the convergence of scientific discovery and biblical revelation. Daniel 12:4 prophesied, "But you, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book until the time of the ever imagined." When you pray, you're not sending words into empty space. You're communicating through the very cosmic structure that Enoch witnessed, that NASA observes, and that God governs. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 2 reminds us that Paul was caught up to the 3rd heaven. That realm is real, accessible, and active. Your prayers travel through dimensional highways that connect Earth to the throne room of the universe. Finally, it means hope. In a world of chaos, confusion, and cosmic uncertainty, we can take comfort knowing that every star, every galaxy, every cosmic phenomenon operates under divine law. Nothing is random. Nothing is out of control. Romans 8 verse 28 promises, "And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose." All things includes cosmic rays, galaxy formations, gravitational waves, and quantum entanglement. The God who structured 7 heavens is working every detail of your life for your ultimate good. The same God who gave Enoch visions of cosmic glory wants to reveal his plans to you. The same Christ who will descend through the cosmic highways wants to dwell in your heart today. Whether NASA discovers it or not, whether science confirms it or not, the 7 heavens exist. They are real. They are active. And they are all focused on one ultimate purpose: the glory of God and the redemption of humanity through Jesus Christ. If this revelation has opened your eyes to the magnificent cosmic reality we live in, don't keep it to yourself. This is truth that needs to be shared. Like this video to help others discover how modern science is confirming ancient biblical visions. Your like helps more people understand that faith and science are not enemies, established from the beginning. The 7 heavens are real. Enoch witnessed them. NASA is discovering them. And soon, every eye will see the King who rules them all. Revelation 1:7. "Behold, he is coming with clouds, and every eye will see him, The heavens are opening. The cosmic structure is being revealed. And the greatest discovery of all is yet to come. Are you ready?